Hey everyone, and welcome back to our Warlords Battlecry 2 Ironman campaign. We are back with Kaz, who is 2 for 2. We fought 2 battles, we've had 2 victories. And we're just gonna get back into it. Also, we've leveled up a couple times. Kaz is now an assassin, that's his specialty. And with the next level we gain, we will see what that actually does for us. Now, I think the time has come to go back to our original plan of expanding westward, having taken a bit of a detour to conquer the realms of war, which gave us more army points. We're now going to go into Skullguard Keep, which if we successfully take out, successfully conquer, will give us some... I guess it's a good defensive bonus. It'll improve our building hit points. Not that useful, but I guess nice to have. It'll also give us a bit of an income bonus, although we haven't yet seen a use for these crowns. We will at some point. So we're just gonna go, and as you may have noticed, before every battle it tells us what level of resistance to expect. This is affected by... It's a pretty complicated thing how difficulty works. So if I go into the campaign options, I can lower the difficulty. It was on moderate, now it's on easy, and now it went from moderate to light resistance. If I raised the difficulty to hard, it goes from what was moderate resistance and now becomes determined resistance. We'll leave it on moderate. The way what I've gathered is, if you play the same faction, then the difficulty you will face in battles will continue to rise. But if you start playing with a different faction, then you will be facing low difficulty for a few battles. And that sets the baseline level of difficulty, and then you can adjust that up or down with the difficulty setting in the campaign. It's hard to explain. It'll be easier to explain once we've conquered a second faction. So let's take one more step towards that goal by trying to take out Skullguard Keep. I'm just gonna go for it, honestly. No point beating about the bush. We've got 15 points, and here we see our first use for the crowns we've been gathering. We can spend them to give ourselves extra points. And this is gonna be crucial, because it'll help us bring our strong units into battle. And we're gonna not spend any extra points because we don't really need it, not for this battle, because we have enough points to bring Volkrad in. Had we spent extra points, we could have brought both Volkrad and Volagon. We could have brought both of them in, but that would have been a little bit overkill. What we're gonna do is we're gonna bring you in, and 2 thralls, and round it off by bringing in 2 minotaurs. And we'll start off, let me just do something like this. Seriously considering just resigning and starting again. In fact, that is what I'm gonna do. I strongly suspect if I continue in this game, I will get my hero killed. So that is what I'm gonna do. Resign the scenario? Yes. We've lost, but we gained a bunch of experience nonetheless, and we leveled up. And we have ability points, and do you remember earlier when I said one of my main objectives is going to be to get all the hero perks? Well, these are those perks. So what do I want? Assassinate is nice, but I think charge is going to be better. Movement speed and attack is great to have. We'll save our remaining skill points. Our remaining ability points, rather. And sure, I'll take a Reaver into my retinue, even though I strongly suspect we won't be needing to use it. And what we're going to do is we're going to go straight back into Skullguard Keep. Playing as the Minotaur, we are going to be getting light resistance this time, and we're just gonna go for it. Once again, we're gonna be taking Volkrad. We're gonna take 2 of these and 2 of those, and we're gonna start like we did before. You know what? It's just not my day. Like, they shouldn't have a moon guard this early. You know what? I'm just gonna resign for a second time. We got 9 XP again. Even though oh my god, I got Volkrad killed because I didn't resign quickly enough. No, he's in the cemetery now. Oh no. And obviously turns are passing, other people are conquering things, but we're still stuck trying to take this gosh darn Skullguard Keep. Right, we're gonna do something different this time. We're gonna pay for the 4 extra points. And I went into the wrong map, didn't I? Because I can already tell. Yep, this is the wrong map. This is the wrong map. Everything is going wrong. At least I got 3 XP. I want to attack Skullguard Keep. Yeah, let's go. I'm gonna do this. I'm in the right map this time. I have my 2 thralls. Let's take 3 thralls. 3 thralls. Now let's take our 2 Minotaur Kings. And, ooh boy. Also, something has killed the sound effects in this game. Sometimes the game will glitch out like that and just mute certain parts of the game for no real reason. What we're gonna do is we're gonna send our 2 Minotaur Kings to the blue faction's main base and just try and destroy it. Try and destroy it before they have a chance to do any sort of a... Alright, pull back. 1 tower down, there are going to be 3 towers here. Want to take down every single one of them. And while you're doing this, build your second thing. While you're doing this, go up there. I'm gonna... yeah, I've grouped these guys together. Let's lock the one with lower health as well. Now 2 towers have gone down. This is the 3rd tower. If we take this down, I think we might be able to pull this off. Alright. 1 is at medium health, 1 is at low health. I'm talking, of course, about my Minotaur Kings. Alright. We have successfully breached their defenses and taken out their main base. What I want to do now is I want to... well, I want to carry on doing some good work. We can't rest on our laurels just yet. Okay, now we may have a chance. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna steal their resources from them. But I've got to keep an eye on this situation. Oh, yep, their hero is coming back. We need to take their hero down. And I think they might resign. After the hero goes down. I should bring my hero here to see what this item is. Although I shouldn't send my hero directly there because the path might take him through the yellow guys that we encountered in this part of the map. Okay, yep. The remainder of their force has come. Alright, I think we have taken out... oh, I think we have taken out the main threat. And I think the only thing left on this map is the static yellow hero. And if that is the case, then we can breathe easy. Because the static enemy won't build things, they won't send stuff to attack us. We just have to build up our forces until we are eventually ready to attack them. Morale to Merchant 1, which is better than what we have, which just gave us Merchant but no Morale. Now Morale is an interesting stat, which I mentioned in the previous video, but didn't really talk about what it does. It works in a pretty complicated way. Ooh, this is fun. I touch the earth, I touch the sky, but if I touch you, you will surely die. I think the answer to this is lightning. Right? Yep. So, I think we might have been maxed out on crystals, so I don't know if we even got anything for that. But shrines will give you quests, and some of the more fun ones will basically be riddles like that. Alright, let me also build an arena. And that riddle was, I touch the earth, I touch the sky. If I touch you, I'll surely die. I remembered this answer, but I do remember that even when I played originally, I did legitimately guess it properly. I'm like, okay, let's think about what it could be. What touches the earth? What touches the sky? And is also dangerous. And the only thing that really came to mind was lightning. Alright. Now it's gonna be a slow waiting game while we build up our base.
New armies are available.
And we will... Because I don't want to send my units to explore this map. I think that would just be asking for trouble. But I do want to eventually... start building up a force that can take out the static enemy in this map. The stationary enemy.
Research complete.
Alright. I think we're fine. I think we're fine.
Research complete.
I also need to start leveling up these guys because my high level Minotaur King Volkrad sadly lost his life in a pretty senseless way too. I really shouldn't have been that aggressive. And when I saw that there was a moon guard there, I should have known that I needed to get him to safety first and then resign. But you know what?
Research complete.
It's okay. It's okay. It's, you know, you take the good with the bad, and we started out pretty badly today. Really, really badly, but I think now it's gonna get good. And we're gonna... Assuming there's no other active enemy in this map, we're just gonna coast for the rest of this... battle. Alright, is this mine full? Yes, it is. What else are we low on? Let's start getting some more gold.
Research complete.
Alright. I do love this game, I have to say. As intense and as nerve-wracking as this battle has been, once we finally win, it'll really feel like a victory. So
Research complete.
I'm not too upset that we had a few setbacks. I really do wish I had more stuff to talk on during these quiet periods, but the problem is, if I start, because this is such a high stakes game we're playing on Ironman mode, where if I
Research complete.
lose my focus at the wrong time, the entire series could end in an instant. I feel like if I start going off on a tangent, and then if I start focusing on that, it'll just put me in way more danger than is worth it for the, you know, questionable entertainment value that, you know, that you'd get from me just talking about random stuff. I guess I can talk about stuff that's related to the game. And like I mentioned, it's a high stakes situation, and it's high stakes because of the fact that we're playing Ironman, and Ironman, of course, it's basically like hardcore mode. If you die, you're dead. It's permadeath. So I guess one thing I could talk about is my previous experiences playing Ironman, and some of the ways I've lost heroes. And some of them are pretty hilarious. One of them was... now this was during a campaign in... during the campaign in Battlecry 3, which also has an Ironman mode. And I was using my hero very aggressively because I, again, played a Minotaur in that game.
Research complete.
He had really high damage, really fast attack speed, would do a lot of critical hits, and would take anything down within seconds, whether it was another hero, a dragon, a titan, or a structure. I'm like, nothing can kill this guy. I have made him death-proof. As long as I keep him away from units that can assassinate, you know, the ones with one-hit kills. As long as I do that, I should be fine, right? And I kept on with that mindset for quite a few battles. It served me really well until one campaign map where I was using my hero as my... like, he was doing every role at once. He was attacking, he was also my forward scout, the one going into the unexplored parts of the map. And at some point, because these are preset, you know, the way, like, it is designed in certain ways for the enemy to have towers and other structures in certain positions.
New buildings
And there
are
was a
available.
certain point in the map where there was a line of towers, and behind them was a line of, I forget what the unit was, but it was a dwarven siege unit which has a very long range but very quick laser-like attack. And I walked into range of a whole line of them, and they all attacked at once, and I took all that damage at once, and it killed my hero. We will see what those units are. It was a dark dwarven unit. I think we can stop producing these for now. It was a dark dwarven siege unit. And, well, obviously it was disappointing because my entire campaign ended, but I learned a valuable lesson. I learned that no matter how strong you think you are, don't let your Iron Man hero be the one going into unexplored territory, because you never know what you'll run into. And there are ways for the game to engineer situations where if you go into a certain spot, it will deliver enough damage to kill you instantly. So that was a valuable lesson. Another way I've lost Iron Man heroes is, of course, I've been mentioning how dangerous assassin heroes and assassin units are. Because, as, you know, the name suggests, they can assassinate. They can occasionally deliver a hit that will kill things in a single blow. And whether it's a dragon, a general, even a titan can occasionally be killed in one hit. And of course, heroes as well. But, you know, I'm not an idiot. I knew, of course, you've got to avoid assassins, but there was one combat where I was fighting against a Dark Elf hero. Dark Elf merchant or something like that. I'm like, oh, not an assassin. Easy fight. I'll just send my hero to kill this hero. But mid-fight, I saw the assassination graphical effect trigger, and I heard the sound effect, and my hero died. And I was just in utter disbelief. I'm like,
New armies are available.
was this a glitch? have I lost my hero because of a bug? Did they display the wrong class type? And the answer is no. The game displayed it correctly. It's just that the Dark Elves, racially, as a racial trait, get access to an assassination ability. So that was another thing I learned the hard way. Let's stay away from Dark Elves of any kind. Even if their hero is something other than an assassin, they can still assassinate you. That was another painful experience, but another one that you learn once and then you just never forget. And I know I've slowed down a lot, but at this point I'm pretty confident that there's no other active faction in this game, because if there was, they would have attacked us by now, but we'll find out for certain in a few seconds once Farseeing is researched, and we'll see exactly what we're up against. Any second now.
Research complete.
Boom. Entire map. Oh, this is interesting. I guess there is another active hero. Huh. Another active faction. But they are on the other side of this thing. And their units are getting killed. Or how are we going to deal with this? Because the only way through
New
that
armies are available.
is through this. Unless we start building some dragons. I think we'll have to start doing that. I think we're gonna have to start leaning towards dragons, but let's start building some more Minotaur Kings as well. Before we start building Minotaur Kings, I want to get that research. Well, you know, it doesn't really matter. I was going to say I want to get this research, which gives you an XP bonus for new units, but won't really make that much of a difference. In the meantime, I want you to build the Altar of Sartek.
New armies are available.
This one, just build more Minotaur Kings. The Altar of Sartek, we can do some pretty interesting things. We can research this. Our units will gain the Berserker attribute, which it's not too exciting. But another thing we can do is we can build this very expensive unit. This is the Titan unit. Now every faction has a Titan unit, which is a very powerful unit that you can only build once. And the Titan unit for the Minotaurs is probably my favorite in the entire game. Not the strongest, but my favorite just in terms of its concept. And it's called the Skull of Sartek. Now Sartek is basically the name of the god of the Minotaurs. And the lore behind it is that... yeah, I don't think these guys are
New armies are available.
ever gonna break through these fortifications. I don't think they are intelligent enough as an AI to send something that can get through this many ranged units of this many different types of damage. You've got the towers doing range damage, you've got these guys doing piercing damage, more magic damage, some non-piercing melee damage from these flying units. Yeah, I'll be amazed if these guys are... maybe if they build their Titan, then they could get through like half of this. But yeah, as I was saying, so god of the Minotaurs, which we're going to start building now. It's going to take a long time. He's called Sartek, and the lore behind it is that this god was... I don't remember what the story exactly is. I think they talk about it more in Battlecry 3, but that this god was essentially dismembered, and different body parts of his went to different places, but I guess the skull remains in possession of the Minotaurs, and what we're now bringing into our army is the skull of Sartek, and the way they implement that, like, how could a skull do anything? Yeah, sure, it looks scary, but how could it actually fight? Like, how could it even move around? Well, we'll see all about that once it's built. We're about a tenth of the way towards that. In the meantime, let's just start getting other random little upgrades. Let's get more Minotaur Kings. Why not? Let's upgrade our Eerie. Actually, no. Before... So... if I smash my way through the yellow enemy, the problem is then I will have endured a lot of losses to clear out all these towers and all these units, and then all I would accomplish is give them a clear path to attack me. So what I'm going to do is, instead, I'm going to build a force that's capable of attacking them first, and unfortunately the only way I can do that is with dragons. Unless there's a way that doesn't involve me going... No, I think these mountains are pretty solid. It's pretty solid, unfortunately. Alright, so these are the two we had in our retinue. These are 3 more that we just trained up. Got a good number of Minotaur Kings. And this would be enough to do a good amount of damage. You know what? Once we have the Skull of Sartek, I think we'll be able to have a better way to smash through. And if we can smash through while preserving our army of Minotaur Kings, I think we'll be able to take those guys out a lot more efficiently. What I'll do is I'll send my hero, because there's nobody else on this part of the map, to take these mines. Yeah, it'll be a long time before we start getting dragons. Well, first we need the level 3 Eerie, and I guess to give us the option of having dragons as another path to victory, I'll start building another Eerie, but I strongly suspect that we are going to have to rely on my other strategy, which is breaking through with the Titan and with these Minotaur Kings. Would Mono Region help us? I mean, there's nothing else. Actually, no. There is something else to spend our crystals on. That's going to be as soon as we get the level 3 Eerie. So let's start upgrading this one as well. And let's start building a dragon. We're told it's slow to produce, but very powerful. And that is an accurate description. What's the... We're only halfway done on the Skull of Sartek. Now, I could improve the game speed, but the problem is I'm just worried that the game is going to crash. It has crashed on me a couple times while I'm trying to change the game speed, so I'm just not gonna do it. Looks like this enemy, because their main base hasn't gone beyond level 3. Fairy Dragon will join us if we give it 500 crystals. I don't think so. Fairy Dragons are these units. Oh no, these are Wyverns. So what's a Fairy Dragon? Actually, sure, let's recruit one just so I can show what it is. Fairy Dragon is a flying Fey missile unit. I'll take this level 1 crystal mine. And nice to have if you can get a bunch of them, but it's not going to help us win this fight. No, for winning this fight, we're just going to have to do something really funky. Alright, you know what? Yo! Because it's a stationary enemy, I think this is the one instance in a game where catapults are actually going to help us. They're useless against active enemies because eventually they'll send a melee unit to just destroy all your catapults. But if they're just standing here, not building stuff, and if we already know ahead of time what they have, then we can take advantage of that by, for instance, this line of towers we could easily take down with a catapult. So that's going to be another potential pathway to victory. Already we've got a catapult. Let's see if you can do some good stuff for us.
Upgrade complete.
In the meantime, you start building another dragon. What's the progress? Alright, we're getting kind of close to the Skull of Sartek. That's gonna be nice. Let's see if... Let's try it. Target their ranged units. Okay, that's good. Took out one of their archers. Oh no! Oh! We got in range of this tower and just completely wrecked our catapult. So you see what I mean by catapults are not a particularly reliable way to take down enemy fortifications. I didn't think the tower would have enough range, but I guess it did. Alright. I think we're gonna be fine. That's one tower taken down. Let's try and take down some of these units? Oh, we're actually doing some good work with this catapult. Nice. Oh no, and they're both dead. They're both dead. They're both dead. Unless these Minotaur Kings can save them. There we go. There we go. We've found a way. Hang on, where? Oh, here's the Skull of Sartek. I'm like, where did the Skull of Sartek go? Now this is what I've been waiting for. Isn't this amazing? A giant skull with some weird bubbling liquid inside, being pulled on a wagon by two thralls. This is the Skull of Sartek. It just conceptually, isn't that just amazing? It doesn't have the same high range of our catapult, but does a tremendous amount of damage, and it ignores armor, and it attacks pretty quickly. And we don't want to take too much silly damage. We want to make effective use of this. The way to make effective use is to kill the units that are giving us trouble, so that our catapults, if I can select both of them, can take out the towers. And now I think we've finally got our winning formula. And we're gonna win on what, our our third attempt? Okay. You know, we got there in the end, that's what matters, although I shouldn't say anything until we've actually won. Because there is still plenty of time for things to go wrong. Although I think at this point we are kind of in the clear. What's gonna be tough is this group of enemies. And of course, we'll have to find a way to take out their hero, who fortunately is only a healer. So we don't have to worry about assassinations. Another unit taken out. Alright. And as you can see, they're not exactly terribly accurate. They're the rocks that they're throwing are kind of going all over the place, although it's kind of working to our advantage because it's also damaging this tower in the back. What I'll do with the Skull of Sartek is I'll take out this ranged guy. Pull you back. And now I think what we need to do is we need to start moving in and taking out the pathfinding that some of your troops will take on the way to combat will mystify you, because it'll often look like they're walking out of their way to get themselves hit. And I guess we can take out a couple towers with my Titan, but I don't want to do this too much because I don't want it taking that much unnecessary damage. And you know what, I'll take out this unit as well. What just happened? Why do they have a dragon?
None will survive.
Like, what is going on in this map? This is so weird. And the random lightning bolts, I hope... Excuse me, I hope that's just a cosmetic thing. I hope it's not actually doing lightning damage at random points in the screen. Well, why is there a dragon? Was it there the whole time? Did I just miss it? I just do not even know what to say. What I do know is that there's another item here that we should investigate. Although I'm feeling like I don't even want to bring my hero into the center. All kinds of weird stuff is going on. Just whatever it is, take it and just run. We got 2 resistance. Sure, that's fine. Let's take out that tower. I took out that guy as well because didn't want him causing okay, good. The dragon's going towards those guys. I guess it was here the whole time. It was just off screen somewhere. Like it was off this part of the screen. Maybe it was, or did it spawn in when it changed from day to night? I don't even know. Okay. Oh, yep, I messed up. I've got my catapults killed, or one of them. All right, now I have 2 dragons. What I want to do is what do I want to do? Well, let's take out this tower. Any towers that we can take out can be helpful. I think I have another catapult. Yeah, I'm gonna bring that out as well. Sure, let's even build a couple more dragons. I don't know if they'll be done in time to do anything useful, but we'll see. Our dragons are in position. Oh, and now these guys. This is amazing. Alright. This is exactly what I wanted. Finally, the purple player is picking up the slack. Alright, we don't want our dragons to get too much into the fray. They killed a lot of these guys. I'm pretty impressed with the purple dude because they've got catapults. This is amazing. Alright. Alright, now let's send our Minotaur Kings. Now that they have opened things up for us, let's send our Hand of Sartek through to take out units.
Your troops are under attack.
Alright, now 4 Minotaur Kings. And the hand... oh, sorry, the Skull of Sartek. And I think we've won. And I think it might have been the undead who changed it from day to night. That might be an ability that they have. Their Death Spire is finally at level 4. Alright. We need to start taking out towers because they are gonna do a lot of unpleasant damage to us. But now that one of our Minotaurs is gonna go down, that's not great, but okay. We killed their hero, who's dropped an item for us. I'm not even gonna send my hero here because I think something might kill him on the way. But we've won though, and I think we'll be seeing a resignation pretty soon because there's no way they can recover from this. Yep. Alright. What I'm gonna do now is... I guess there's nothing left to do, but to win. And I'm gonna win using these dragons to take out these remaining towers. What are you doing? Alright, yeah, that's fine. Where's the Skull of Sartek?
Your troops are under attack.
And as you can see, dragons are... You can stack up a lot of damage against them. Because we don't even have that many things attacking us, but we already lost a dragon. And we've won. Wow. Oh, that took so long. That took so long. But we finally did it.
You are victorious.
Okay. We gained a lot of experience from this battle though, that's good. Let's carry on getting some perks. And we have our assassinate stuff. But I think what I want to do is I want to improve... I want to get gore. And my attributes. My attributes. You know what? I want to save. You know what? Let's. Let's put 2 points into. Let's put 1 point into speed. And 2 points. Let's put 1 point into merchant and 2 points into speed. Sounds good to me. Actually, you know what? Let's not put any points. Let's wait until we've got all of these done. And then I'll start putting points into statistics. Sorry for being so indecisive, but... Oh yeah, we can we can keep the fairy dragon, but I don't think we will. We'll just take a whole bunch of Minotaur Kings into our retinue. And of course pay our respects to Volkrad, slain in the second battle of Skullguard Keep. And I think we're done. And at long last we have Skullguard Keep. We cannot attack Bane's Citadel, so I guess we do not share a border with it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna call this video to a close. I'm gonna have to do a lot of editing. I had 3 different attempts to take Skullguard Keep. The first one I failed at because I didn't realize who I was fighting and where they were on the map. The second one, similarly, I failed at, but this time I knew where I had to go. I just didn't realize that they would have a moon guard who would kill my Minotaur King and ruin my strategy. The third one, we finally succeeded, and we took out the High Elves who were sharing our part of the map, and then slowly we worked our way through the rest of the map and then killed the undead in the northeast, and then the stationary enemy in the rest of the map. But yeah, that's the level of difficulty that you can expect to see in this campaign. So I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you'll join me in the next one, where I'm actually not sure what I'm gonna go for. Probably Iceguard Keep, but I'm also tempted to go for Grow to get more hero hit points. I will decide that between episodes. But yes, I hope to see you in the next one. So until then, take care.